The mirror of reality. Let me tell you something that many people spend their whole lives avoiding. The truth is, your life will never change until you change. You can change your job, your city, your partner, your routine, but if you don't change you, nothing will ever really be different. Why? Because you are the common denominator in everything you do, every habit you have, every result you get, every win and every loss. Life isn't happening to you. Life is responding to you. The world is your mirror. It doesn't reflect what you wish for. It reflects who you are, your mindset, your beliefs, your standards. So let's start here. What's really holding you back? Most people think it's their environment, their lack of time, their lack of money, their lack of support. But in most cases, it's not any of those things. It's their lack of ownership, lack of discipline, lack of commitment, lack of courage to face themselves in the mirror and say, "This is on me, and it's up to me to change it." See, here's the reality. You attract what you are, not what you want. If you want something different, you have to become someone different. It's not about pretending. It's not about acting like you've got it all figured out. It's about becoming more honest, more aware, more responsible for your life. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to give you permission. Nobody is coming to push you harder than you're willing to push yourself. And when you truly understand that, that's the moment you start to reclaim your power. The power of radical responsibility. Let me introduce you to a mindset that will change your life. Radical responsibility. It means this: no more blame, no more excuses, no more waiting for perfect conditions. You don't get in shape by blaming fast food. You get in shape by showing up day after day and building discipline. You don't become financially free by complaining about your job. You build freedom by taking control of your skills, your time, and your choices. You don't fix your relationships by hoping someone else will change. You fix them by becoming someone worth loving, worth trusting, worth following. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Let's be clear. Some of the pain in your life isn't your fault. Maybe you were hurt, betrayed, left behind. Maybe you didn't get the love or the opportunities you deserved. But here's the hard truth. What happens to you may not be your fault, but what you do next, that's always your responsibility. Healing is your responsibility. Growing is your responsibility. Becoming better is your responsibility. And until you decide to own it, nothing around you will ever change. Let this sink in. Nothing changes until you do. Change is an inside job, and you are the architect. The war between who you are and who you want to be. Every single person walking this planet is caught in a daily battle. A war between the person they are and the person they're capable of becoming. And the longer you ignore that war, the more your life stays stuck. Because you feel the potential inside of you. You know you're capable of more. But knowing is not enough. That potential, it's not a guarantee. It's a responsibility. You've got two versions of yourself inside of you. One who seeks comfort, distractions, and excuses. And one who seeks growth, challenge, and purpose. And every decision you make, every single one, is a vote for who you'll become. Stop negotiating with weakness. Let's get brutally honest for a second. Every time you hit snooze, every time you skip the workout, every time you procrastinate, every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow," you are casting a vote for the version of you that stays stuck. You're negotiating with your weakness. But discipline, that's when you refuse to negotiate. That's when you say, "No, we do this now because that's who I am." It's not about motivation. It's about identity. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your standards. So raise your standards, decide that excuses are no longer welcome, decide that fear doesn't get to drive. Decide that you'll show up, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. The price of change is pain, but so is the cost of staying the same. Here's a truth that most people try to avoid. Change is painful. It requires effort, sacrifice, discomfort. But so is staying the same. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret, it weighs tons. Growth is hard. But not growing? That's even harder. You choose your pain. The pain of transformation, or the pain of stagnation. One builds you, the other breaks you, and you get to decide which one you'll live with. So ask yourself right now, are you living in alignment with the person you want to become? Or are you betraying that future every single day? Because you will meet that future version of yourself one day, and the question is, will they thank you or will they resent you? This is not about overnight change, it's about daily alignment. And it all begins with this. Stop waiting for change. Be the change. The power of personal accountability. Let's be honest, one of the hardest things in life is looking in the mirror and accepting that where we are is a result of our own decisions. We love to blame. We blame the economy. We blame our parents. We blame our past. We blame circumstances. But here's a truth that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Nothing will ever truly change for you until you accept full responsibility for your life. You want real freedom? It starts with ownership. You can't control every event, but you can always control your reaction. You can control your choices. You can control your mindset. And the moment you realize that, you take back your power. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Read that again. You can't let the world determine your value. You decide that. You declare it through your work ethic, through your persistence, through how you rise after every failure. When you play the victim, you lose twice. 1, you suffer the setback. 2, you give away the lesson. But when you take responsibility, you gain wisdom, strength, and clarity. You become a leader, not just of others, but of your own destiny. Story. Insert. The mirror and the window. There's a famous analogy that goes like this. When things go wrong, weak people look out the window. They blame the world. But strong people look in the mirror. They ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? The mirror is your most powerful tool for transformation. If you're not where you want to be, ask yourself, what habits need to change? What mindset am I still clinging to that's holding me back? Who am I becoming with the decisions I make each day? Change doesn't start when things around you improve. Change starts when you change. Action step. Build the ownership habit. 1. At the end of each day, reflect on one decision you could have made better. 2. Write it down. What will you do differently tomorrow? 3. Repeat. Growth is a muscle. The more you reflect, the more you rise. Rewiring your mindset. For change, you cannot change your life with the same mindset that created your current reality. If you want new outcomes, you need new thinking. The mind is like software. Most people are running outdated programs, beliefs installed years ago by parents, teachers, society, trauma, and they never upgraded. They say, I'm just not confident. I'm not good at speaking. I've always been bad with money. That's just who I am. No, that's just who you've been. Your identity is not fixed. Your beliefs are not facts. Your limits are not permanent unless you accept them. Change your story, change your life. Your inner dialogue shapes your destiny. If you Keep telling yourself you're average. You'll act like you're average. If you keep telling yourself you're not ready, you'll never be ready. So here's the shift. Speak the life you want, even before you see it. Say, I am becoming the person who can handle this. I am disciplined. I am focused. I am improving every day. Every challenge is making me stronger. You're not lying to yourself. You're leading yourself. Affirmations are not magic. They are programming. They are reminders of who you're choosing to become. Neuroscience backs this up. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire and form new connections. That means the more you practice new beliefs, new thoughts, and new behaviors, the easier they become. But it starts with intention. Ask yourself, what do I want to believe about myself? What habits reflect that belief? What kind of thoughts must I feed daily? Action step. Install the identity of the person you want to be. 1. Write a new identity statement. I am the type of person who, example, I am the type of person who shows up no matter how I feel. 2. Repeat it daily, out loud, not once. Every day, consistency creates reality. 3. Act in alignment. Don't just say it, live it, speak, move. Think like that version of you. Because here's the truth, the old version of you can't create the new life you want. You have to become someone different, starting inside. From comfort zone to growth zone, comfort is the enemy of progress. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you choose to stay small. The truth is, nothing extraordinary has ever come from playing it safe. Growth lives in the discomfort, in the struggle, in the fire. So step out, even when it's scary, especially when it's scary, because that's where you'll find your strength. The high cost of staying the same. You think change is hard? Try staying the same. Try waking up. 5 years from now in the same place, with the same regrets, the same pain, the same what-ifs echoing in your mind. Staying the same has a cost, and it's higher than you think. The cost is your dreams, your joy, your legacy. Don't pay that price. Rise above it. Your inner circle shapes your reality. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. The people around you are either fueling your growth or feeding your excuses. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, who call you out, who won't let you settle. Cut off the noise. Elevate your environment, because your future depends on it. Turn pain into power. Whatever pain you've gone through, it was not in vain. It's fuel now, it's strength, it's your story, and that story can either define you or refine you. You don't have to stay broken. You can rise from it, stronger, wiser, sharper. Your scars are not shameful. They are proof that you survived and you've still got more in you. Turn your pain into your platform. Reinventing yourself. The lifelong journey. You were not born to stay the same. You were born to evolve, to rise, to adapt. Reinvention is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong commitment to growth. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start dying. So ask yourself every day, who am I becoming? It's not about changing everything overnight. It's about choosing intentionally to improve a little bit every day. That's what successful people do. They are obsessed with becoming better than they were yesterday. That's the mission. Face the mirror. Own your transformation. Look yourself in the mirror. That reflection is the only person you're truly in competition with. Not your friends, not society, not the world. It's you versus you. And the version of you that wins is the one you feed, the one you train, the one you believe in. No more blaming. No more delays. The moment you take full ownership of your life, you take back your power, and when you claim that power, you become unstoppable, unshakable. Belief and bold. Action belief alone is not enough. You must act on that belief with boldness. Bold action scares fear away. Bold action silences doubt. Every time you act in alignment with who you want to become, you reinforce that identity. Be relentless. Be unreasonable with your goals, because if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. A message to your future. Visualize the strongest, most powerful, most courageous version of yourself. What does that person look like? How do they walk, speak, lead, and love? Now understand this. That person is not a fantasy. That person is the result of your consistent effort, discipline, and belief. Start acting like them today. Start building that future version of you now. Don't wait another year. Don't wait another day. Don't wait another second. The final challenge. Choose change. Here's your challenge. Choose one thing right now that you will no longer tolerate in your life. And choose one powerful action you will take today to change it. Because remember, nothing changes until you do. But once you do, everything changes. So rise up, change your habits, change your mindset, change your life. This is your time. Make it count.